ANC conference rejects second transition term and a major court victory for Obama. Good evening, I'm Greg House with your news. The ANC's confirmed that its policy conference in Midrand, north of Johannesburg, has rejected the term second transition as contained in the strategy and tactics document. The phrase has been replaced by second phase. The ANC briefed the media following the conclusion of Commission's discussions on the matter. President Jacob Zuma and his deputy, Kgalema Motlanthe, have differed on the second transition term, with Zuma championing it and Motlanthe criticizing it. ANC Head of Policy, Jeff Radebe, says delegates have agreed that the country is in a continuous state of transition from apartheid to a democratic society. He says the conference has agreed that the country is entering a second phase of the same transition as opposed to a new transition altogether.
There was broad agreement that we are in a continuing transition from apartheid colonialism to a national democratic society. The interventions required to speed up change, especially with regard to economic transformation, can be understood as marking a new phase in the transition to a national democratic society.
The Department of Basic Education and Civil Rights body Section 27 have agreed on an independent assessor who will look into the textbook saga in Limpopo. This after the department claimed they had delivered 99% of textbooks to schools in the province. This has been disputed by the DA, which says over 129 schools haven't received the textbooks. Department spokesperson Panyasa Lesufi.
99% of textbook had been delivered to grade 10 learners, and that all textbooks have been delivered to grade 1, grade 2 and grade 3. That both DBE and Section 27 are concerned about reports that books may not have reached all schools, and want to encourage everyone with information in this regard to report shortages of textbook so that this can be investigated and corrected where necessary.
There's still uncertainty about what will happen to hundreds of new asylum seekers when one of the main refugee reception centres closes its doors in Cape Town tomorrow. International human rights organisation Scala Brini is asking the Western Cape High Court to stop the closure. The court has postponed an urgent application in the matter to next month. The Home Affairs Department has declined to comment. The organisation's lawyer is Rebecca Channels.
They have now not been recognized in any way, which means that they are essentially undocumented illegal migrants. Even though in terms of international law they are asylum seekers, they should be recognized as such. They should be protected against arrest, detention and possible deportation to countries of origin where their lives are in danger.
A sharply divided U.S. Supreme Court has upheld the centerpiece of President Barack Obama's health care law that requires most Americans to get insurance by 2014 or pay a financial penalty. The upholding of the insurance purchase requirement is a major election year victory for Obama. The legislation aims to extend coverage to more than 30 million uninsured Americans. However, in a part of the decision and in a blow to the White House, a majority of the court struck down the provision of the law that requires the states to dramatically expand the health insurance program for the poor. British Prime Minister David Cameron says Barclays Bank has serious questions to answer over alleged rates fixing. This is affecting the cost of borrowing for millions of customers. Yesterday, the bank was fined the equivalent of 4 billion rand. The top story at 6 o'clock, the ANC's confirmed that its policy conference in Midrand has rejected the term second transition as contained in the strategy and tactics document. The phrase has now been replaced by second phase.